Not long ago, milk was a standard part of Americans' diet. But total milk consumption has been on the decline for 7 straight years. In 1978, 76% of American households reported that they drank milk at least once a day. By 2010, only 42% of households reported daily milk consumption. So why are we ditching milk? Replacement mostly. See, Americans are still drinking the same amount of beverages as they did in 1970, but there are more options now. So that consumption is spread out between sodas, juice, or even non-dairy milk like soy, almond, or hemp over cow's milk. It also doesn't help that 30 to 50 million Americans are lactose intolerant. Parents and schools have pulled milk from children's diets because milk products are thought by some to promote diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. And finally, we no longer need milk for vitamin D and calcium, since they can be had in other forms like pills, nutritional bars, and health juices. So when you ask the question, got milk? The answer will likely be no.